Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Destiny from Desphixs and welcome back to another video in the e-commerce project using Django. In this one, we'll get started working with the order lists page and also the order detail page. That is what we'll be doing. Hopefully you will enjoy the video and learn something new. Consider dropping a like on the video and also subscribing to the channel, as this will really mean the world to me. You could also check out some of the links in the description below. A couple of courses there might help you become a better Django developer. And also Desphixs is launching in less than 60 days. Hopefully you guys will be able to be the first in line to test the application, use it, and tell me what you think. Without any further ado, let's get started. Let's go ahead, open up our code editor. So when we are in here, you could close up everything that we have over here and open up the views for the customer. Now, a couple of things that we will be doing here is just listing orders and also order detail. So at login required, then we want to create a new function for listing orders. And this one will basically take requests. And what we just need to pass here is the same thing as the orders here and same as the context, but just for the order. And finally, the templates. Okay. But instead of this one being called dashboard, it will be called orders HTML. In less than a minute, we are done with this one. Now, the next one is going to be to create the order detail. So login required, define order underscore detail. This will take in requests and also order ID. So we are passing in order ID because we want to be able to fetch one particular order based on whatever order ID that was supplied to the URL. So all we just need to do over here now is fetch an order by saying order should be equal to store models.order.objects. We use get when you want to get one item. Customer should be equal to request.user, and order underscore ID should be equal to order underscore ID. Very good. And now you could create a context for this one. And context is just going to be order, and over here we have order. Good. Then finally we need a template for it. So template is just going to be called order underscore detail. All right. So now let's create its customer. This one is going to be orders.html, and we also need the order detail.html. All good. So now I want you to open up the URLs for the customer and register these two. So one is going to be order, remember, orders, and another is going to be order detail. So please put this in for the name and also for the URLs. So for the routes and also for the name, we want to have the same thing, exactly the same thing. And now you could even start off by taking this orders here and putting it in the sidebar. So remember that sidebar that we created where we have this link for orders. Let's start changing this up. So for this one, I will say URL should be customer orders, and we want to do the same thing for this. So this should be customer dashboard. See, everything is beginning to come in. And also for the orders HTML, we want to take everything in the dashboard and put it in the orders HTML. But only what we want to remove are just these. Remember this statistics that shows the total spent and all that. I don't need it. So you could go ahead and remove all of this. The only thing I need here is this dashboard keyword that's going to say orders. Okay. So when you have done that, that is everything that we want. Let's make sure our server is running. Okay, it is. Open up your browser again. Reload this page. Okay, reverse for orders not found. It needs a valid view or function name. Orders over here was created in the URLs. Here as orders. So problem is likely due to server. Just break out from your server and rerun it again, and let's see what's going to happen. All right, there you go. Server is running again. We get back here, we reload this. Oh, there you go. Can you see it's working now? So when you click on this, we should still see exactly the same thing, but this time around with orders, and all our orders still coming in. So all we just need to do right now is in the orders HTML, look for the button that says view order, this one, and replace this JavaScript void with URL customer/order order underscore detail, but you need to pass in the order dot order underscore ID, or else you will have an issue. And also you want to do the same thing for the dashboard view order. Okay, remember that one? Where is it? I think it should be it here. So we'll do the same thing here. So when you have done this, if you reload this page now, you still work. Okay, just that order detail, blah, blah, blah. It's tried this. Okay, that is because here we are not passing in order ID here. Whoops, that should be order underscore ID. Now give yourself some time. It will go ahead and reload itself. And let's see what we have. Okay, it's reloaded. And there you go. Now you could click on one of this to open up this blank page. All good. So now what we need is the order detail HTML, and we'll start changing it all up. So to get started, I will get back here. And before I even get started working with the templates, I think I missed to create one view, just one more view. And for this one, it will be the same thing at login required. And this one is going to be called order item detail. And it's going to take in requests. It's also going to take in order underscore ID and also item underscore ID. And the very first thing we want to do is fetch the particular order related to this. Then also fetch the item by saying store model dot order item dot objects dot get. And we want to say order should be order and also item underscore ID should be item underscore ID. All right, that is everything we have. So let me save this again so it reruns my server for me. Okay, this here should be column. All right, and I'm gonna take these two things and just put it down here. So order, good. Item, good. And this one should be item detail HTML. So please go ahead and create that template for the item detail HTML. Perfect. And we could close up everything that we have now so that we have more space to work with. Open up order detail and order item HTML. In order detail, I want you to scroll up to the raw templates and take the order detail. Take it and put it in our own order detail. Very good. Now, I also want you to do the same thing for the order item detail. Take its order item detail and put it in our own order item detail. Very good. So when you have done these two things, that is it. That is everything that I want. So we could come back here and reload this page. Now we shouldn't really see any design because we haven't brought in the templates formats, which is this extents and this end block. So take that too and bring it down here and here. Same thing for the here and here. So right now, when you reload this page, you should then see some changes going on. This is exactly what I wanted. So let's get started. So now to start changing things up, you could collapse this one and let me see. This one here seems like it's the sidebar. Okay. So please go ahead and include it again. Include the customer / sidebar.html and let's see how that goes. Seems not to be it. Oh, I think I'm including it in the raw templates, which is wrong. Should be here. So collapse this and include it here. You can fix that indentation, okay? Here you go, it's working now. So all we have to do is start changing up everything. Like here, where we have the order ID, it should now be order.order underscore ID. Let me make sure that that's working. So instead of 214053, it should be 711374. Good. And also the same thing goes for this single items here. Copy this and this. Let me see. This is a single item. This is a single item. Think remove that. Let's see. All right, this here is a single item. So say for item in order dot order underscore items dot all. So you just need to paste that single item over there and let's see what happens. Good. So what you can now do is even hop over to the, remember the dashboard HTML where we wrote the loop for the other items. You could even just copy this if you don't want to have to retype it all out again. You could just take this now and put it down here. You could collapse everything here and just paste it. Good. And let's see what we have. Okay, can you see? This is everything that we have, looking very good. But the only thing I want to do now is I'm going to remove this order date. And instead of showing order dates over here, I will show like an A tag that has a class of btn primary, and he should have an I, which is a link of I, just like that. Okay. And over here, I'm going to create a new URL for customer / order underscore item underscore detail. There is an issue. That should take order underscore ID. And also it should take item underscore ID. And let's see what we have, guys. Okay, this function is saying that it's not a valid view name. So let's check out the URLs for the customer and see what we have there. Okay, we didn't create that. So remember, it's order item detail. And it needs order ID and also item ID for it to function properly. So pass that in and back to the order detail HTML. We can now test this out. So our server has almost been reloaded. Let's just wait it out. All right, performed its system checks and it's working now. So you can click on this for you to be able to go to the detail page, which is this one. Very, very good. All right, so let's change up all this and we should continue with everything else that we have. So down here for the order summary, subtotal is going to be order dot sub underscore total, and same thing goes for shipping. I'm going to copy this so I don't have to retype it all out. So same thing goes for shipping, same thing goes for the tax, same thing goes for discounts. What you want to check is if order dot saved exists, which means there is a discount, then we show the discount. So it should be order dot saved. Good. And total should obviously be order dot total. Just one thing that's missing should be the date. So you could duplicate one of this and make it a date, and this should be order dot date. Very good. So now let's start off with the user info. So this should be order dot address dot full name, and this should be order dot address dot email, and this one here should be order dot address dot mobile. Very good. And same thing goes for this one, order dot address dot address. I'm going to copy this. I don't want to have to keep typing it all out. This should be order dot address dot, whoops, please fix that up. Order dot address dot address. Copy this. Order dot address dot city. order.address.state, order.address.country, order.address.zip code. Very good. So now reload this page and you should see everything coming in perfectly well. So that's it. Let's work on the order detail. The only thing I think is missing is this thing here. Paid using PayPal should be order.payment underscore method. So now let's work on this page and we should be done, which is the order item detail. And you already know the drill. Just make sure that you're including the sidebar here. So include customer slash sidebar.html and let's see. Sidebar is coming in perfectly well. And for go back, the go back URL should be url.customer dash order underscore detail. That should be detail and not derail. So then we need order.order underscore ID over here for you to go back. That should be working. Well, there you go. So this, I believe, is working. This is going to copy the tracking ID of whatever that we have there. See, it's copied that placeholder tracking ID. So that's working. Let's just change up these informations and we should be done. So what you could even do is in the order detail, remember the loop for the items. You don't want to have to type all this out. You could just grab one of this and put it down here. Let me see where we copied that from. Put it down here. So just paste and let's see what we have. Good, 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 good. So you just need to remove this one. We don't need that anymore. I'm looking for it. That should be this one here. I don't need that. So go ahead and remove it. Since you're already in the detail page, we don't need that to show up again. And just change up these ones for the tracking ID and the shipping service. So for the tracking order, tracking ID should be item dot tracking underscore ID. If there is no tracking ID, the default should be not added yet. Okay. Same thing goes for the shipping service. So this should be shipping underscore service. If it's not added, then we show not added yet. Good. See, not added yet. Okay. This placeholder order number here, please change it to order.order underscore ID. Good. So let me hop back to my admin and add some dummy tracking ID and see how things goes. This is it here. Open that up. And it should be in order item. Let's see. This is it. So open this up and let's add some tracking ID. So I'm going to put in some gibberish over here as the tracking ID. You could even just put some number and the shipping service. I'm going to say DHL and let's save this. So back here now, if you reload this page, you can see showing up with DHL. So when you click on this, it shows up the tracking. Oops, it's not showing that up. What's going on? So it was supposed to copy that, but it didn't copy it. Let me see what's going on. Let's get back to our scripts. Remember, I have this simple script here that, copies it for you. And tracking ID, it's supposed to copy the value of. Oh, that's the issue. See, we didn't add that over there. So please don't forget to add this here. Add item.tracking ID. And now when you reload this page, you should be able to copy the tracking ID efficiently. When you click on this, you can see it's copied that here. Good. So now when I click on the track order, I don't want to always have to copy this. Let it automatically start tracking the order for me. So how do I do this? Now this is quite simple. You could remove this line and you could check if item dot shipping underscore service, if it's equal to DHL. So if it's equal to DHL, then over here we will have an A tag that goes to DHL websites. So this one here is going to be https://www.dhl.com/global/an/home/tracking.html. Then if you want it to automatically grab the tracking ID, you need to append a query parameter to it. So tracking dash ID should be equal to item.tracking_ID. Now I got this from DHL, okay? Just so you know. And yeah, that is it. All you just need to do is go ahead and add in some class to this. Let me just grab the class that I'm going to be adding. So over here, see, I have this class BTN primary, text lights, BTN rounded, and you also need to give it a name with an icon of a truck. So this. Can you see everything that? Let me see if I can turn this to a wrap so that you guys can actually see everything on one line. So I'm going to turn on word wrap so that you guys can see everything on one line. Okay. Can you see? This is it for the first one. Now, this is the same thing we're going to do for God is Good Logistics, which is, I think, Nigeria based. Then we'll do for FedEx and UPX. And if you have any other shipping service that you want to put, you can follow this same operation and do it. So this is for FedEx. You could pause the video and type it down. This is for UPS. This is for God is Good Logistics. Hopefully you can see everything. Let me also make it a bit larger for those that are typing it out so that you can see. So let's start again from DHL. This is DHL. You can pause and type it out now. This is FedEx. This is UPS. This is GIG Logistics. Good. So when you have done all this, that is pretty much it. Let's see what's going to happen now. So you reload this page. Okay, it says it couldn't pass equal to. Equal to is basically for JavaScript and not Django. But let's see where we have that. That was the first one, right? So please remove that. And by the way, I'll just add in the DHL one here also. Good. So with this now, we should have everything working perfectly well. So when you click on this, you should open a new tab and start hopping over to DHL. Okay, I think my network is a little bit down. It's taking forever to load up. But you can see that when we hover on this, it's showing up the DHL link down there. And you could even see that it's already opening it up over here and it's appending the URL for us. It's just that my network is taking a little bit of time, but this should be working for you. I think this brings us to the end of this tutorial. In the next one, we'll get started working with something new. I don't know yet. Maybe we can start working with wish lists or removing items from wish lists. But that's going to be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something new. If there is something that you don't understand, if there is questions that you have, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Also, you can consider checking out Desphixs.io. It's launching in less than 60 days. And I want you to be the first in line to know what's going on and when it's launched. And you can actually start testing and giving me your feedbacks. Okay, but for now, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, mad love. Peace out.